Hi again. This is a little mini lesson introducing you to our new unit, Unit 6 Wonder, and giving you a rundown of your tasks for today. So what this is a research-based unit where you'll be researching a topic of your own choice. You'll be coming up with a question, which is something that you actually wonder about, hence the name of the unit. So the first step and the best way to get off on the right foot is to think of something you are literally interested in learning more about. Maybe it's your future career. Maybe it is a hobby. Maybe it is sports. Maybe it is music. Maybe it is dancing. Maybe it is gaming. It doesn't matter. But you're going to be choosing something that you want to know more about. Don't choose something you already know everything about. That's not going to be helpful. Choose something where you want to learn. That's going to make your research much easier. So the first thing that I want you to do is you're going to be reading through this unit explanation thoroughly. And if you have any questions, you're going to email me. Now, here it is right here. The informational research with our driving questions, the overview, and the requirements. Notice this. It is a minimum of 5 sources, and 2 of them must be subscription databases, which means the Franklin High School Library Online, BadgerLink. Mainly, although the other databases work fine, but BadgerLink is probably the best thing for you to use. A minimum of 2 sources must come from one of those databases. The other 3 can come from websites as long as they are credible. And you know what credibility is. We've done this before, so you'll know what you're already doing. Do not try to use some sort of lame website that we don't know who the author is or who published it or whether or not that person is an expert. What you'll be doing in this unit today, you'll be coming up with your topic choice. Then you'll be researching 5 resources, taking notes on them, coming up with an annotated bibliography, which will be submitted separately to Turnitin.com. And then you're going to be creating a video of yourself presenting this to the class. Now, while you will be videotaping yourself, you may also use something like this, Screencastify, or any other way of presenting your material, poster board, whatever works for you. We'll find a way of making it work. Now, we do not have a final due date yet. I'm working with Ms. Tyndall, and once we agree on that, we will get this out to you. There are 5 rubric bands. This is on your presentation itself, the organization of the presentation and the quality of it, your body language, eye contact, things of that nature, and verbal delivery. Can we hear you? Are you loud enough? Do you speak not too fast nor not too slow? And then your annotated bibliography will be graded separately. Again, this is to Turnitin.com, and we'll be using MLA formatting. So that is the overview. Next. Today, what you'll be doing is you're going to be coming up with your research question. Now, again, having something you're truly interested in is the best first step. Once you have that, you need to come up with a researchable question. Quite often, people come up with questions that are too broad. For instance, sports. For instance, you might think to yourself, well, I want to do mine on sports and stats. Well, that's way too broad. You could write hundreds and hundreds of pages on that. So you need to narrow that down. This goes through something that is too broad and narrows it down to something that is researchable. This is a good example here. And then we have a second example here that you could also, something that starts too broad and then gets narrowed down to be just right. If you want more help coming up with a research question, this is a great website down here, the OWL at Purdue. And it takes you to this page. Yes. And it shows you how to choose and narrow down your research topic, writing your research question, and so on. This is an invaluable source. This is what we use. I think most English teachers use this here in the high school and all around the country. So use it. Today, what you'll be doing is filling out a Google form with your research question. Here it is, your last name, your first name, your block. You'll be writing out your research question. Make sure it is specific enough that can be researchable. I do want you to answer how you think this research question is specific enough to explore in depth, yet not too broad. Please answer that. And lastly, do you believe that you'll be able to find at least 2 sources from online databases like BadgerLink? Then you're going to have access right here to the results. You'll see everyone's name in here when they were submitted, last name, first name, block, research question, and there should be no 2 exactly the same research questions. So even if it isn't the same topic like sports, everyone should have their very own unique research question. Make sure of that. This is your explanation of how it is specific enough. And what you'll really be looking for is over here, the teacher approval, yes or no. You need to see a yes there before you do anything else. Now, when you are submitting these Google Forms, I'll be giving you a yes or no almost immediately. Within a couple of minutes after you submit, you'll see a yes or a no. If you see a no, I'll also include an explanation of what's wrong with your question. But you need that before you start researching. Once you do have that yes, that's all that's actually required for today. But you may want to begin finding at least your first 3 sources. And I suggest you start looking in BadgerLink first, because on either Thursday or Friday, by 11:59 p.m. on the day of your class, you're going to have 3 sources found, and you'll have this filled out for sources 1, 2, and 3. You're going to have your MLA citation, your brief summary and notes. Again, in your own words, do not copy or paste. Why it's going to be helpful, and connecting thoughts. Now, down here at the bottom are some examples of some that are already filled out. And this is the amount of writing I expect to see in your responses. For sources 1, 2, and 3, again, that is due on either Thursday or Friday by midnight. So that is pretty much it. Again, for today, you need to take your MemBean summative, and then you need to fill out the Google form with your research question and wait for my approval. So hopefully this made good sense to you guys. Good luck with it. Email me any questions. And again, best start for this is to find something you're literally interested in. So I will talk to you in a couple of days. See ya.